Waiting for this video to show up once again on there it is. Alright. Got an email at the same time. That was a little trippy. And a notification that says Saturday Night Mac Cave now live on your channel. Awesome. So welcome if you're watching this in a VOD form after it has actually been streamed to the first live stream I have done in over 2 years. Actually, just under 2 years. The last one I did was on April 5th, 2019. So a very, very long time ago. A lot has changed. Some of it for the better. Not all of it for the better, though. And yeah, we find ourselves here on this day. So welcome to the... Well, I had one person in here, but now I have none. Welcome to myself again. I screwed up a little last time when I first went live. I was streaming for about 10 to 15 minutes and realized that the little, well, you can't see it, but the little thing that says privacy here on the screen was set to private. I guess for some reason I had assumed that meant that the VOD after it was recorded would be set to private so that I could, you know, look through it if I wanted to, but no, it was the entire stream that was private. So nobody was watching, and I was talking to myself for over 15 minutes. That was something that happened, and now I know I am a better person because of it. I see like one person kind of hopping in and out, so if anybody is here and actually watching right now, let me know. Oh, now it says no data. Why does it say no data? Looks like I'm streaming. I'm just going to go with it. For anybody in here, let me know how the audio sounds if you are listening. Hopefully it sounds all right. I have a new mic set up, which it's pretty far out of frame. And I got the webcam pointing down at the bench, so hopefully you don't have to look at me the whole time. You can look, ooh, over here at the bench. And I do have a lot of things, so many things down here to look through. Both Mac laptops, PC laptops, and maybe if I'm feeling adventurous, some Performa all-in-ones. Some very large CRT-based Performas that I picked up recently. Those might be kind of cool to look through. But first, I guess let's start looking at some iBooks. I see we have 4 concurrent viewers. Again, haven't done a live stream in 2 years, so I don't know if that is good for the first 3 minutes, 15 seconds, but I don't know. We'll see where it goes. This may be a total unsuccessful flop. Who knows? Got one person in the chat says audio sounds great, so awesome. I'm glad that sounds good. So one of the first things I want to look through, let's get OBS in the right spot here. Kind of got to move around my stuff on my screen. First thing I want to look at is some of the iBooks, because iBooks are really easy to, I don't know, evaluate. I guess a little bit of backstory about my history with iBooks as we wait for this one to start up. It's probably about 8 years ago, I purchased over 60, I always think it's 60, I think it was actually 40 Ibook G3s and G4s from a school district. Bought them, got them shipped to my house. The poor UPS guy could barely lift up the huge boxes. It shipped in 2 boxes, which I always thought was kind of funny. And my plan was to refurbish all of them and sell them. Unfortunately, as seems to be an issue with most of these, there were a lot of hard drive failures. And if you've ever taken apart an iBook G3 or G4, the Snow ones, you'll know that that is not something that you want to take apart. They are awful things. Hard drive is basically the last thing that you can take out, apart from maybe the motherboard, but it's over, I don't know, 50 or 60 screws to get to it. It's just awful. So I ended up making my money back, I think, on that. But, you know, if I had done that same thing, been able to get them for the same price 8 years later, now, and sold them, I'd be rolling in the money. I would have made a lot of money. Alright, so first Ibook G4. I heard the hard drive kind of crunching away there. I think that one might be bad, so that is not something I'm going to do in this video. Not doing that. So just booting to a flashing question mark right now. The battery seemed to start taking a charge. This went from green to orange. You can see that there, kinda. But of course it is dead. So we'll set that one off to the side for now. And move on to the next one, which is an Ibook G3. Sorry about the white balance there. That's kind of awful. Turn this one on, see where it goes. Much louder startup sound. And that hard drive, or something, doesn't quite sound right. Nope, that was the hard drive. See if I can get that on. Maybe not. It's a it sounds really bad. Alright, I'm just going to unplug that one and set it aside because that one is clearly not going to do anything. And this is an Ibook G3. I can already tell from the shininess of the polycarbonate plastic on the top. And by shininess, I'm ignoring all these scratches because, oh my god, it is scratched. But there's a difference. Kind of tell between those. This one is more of a solid white. This one is more of a clear white. Let's see how this one goes. So an older Ibook G3, probably a 500 megahertz, maybe a 600. I think they went up to 900 megahertz in the 14-inch version. I only have 12-inch versions. So this is probably an older one. You can tell from the font there. Or the optical drive spin and then go back down. Thank you, YouTube, for telling me I went live on my own channel. Oh, and look at that. Sorry for the noise, but there we go. That one's starting up, so that gives us something to look at. Running. That loading icon looks like a tiger loading icon, maybe? Maybe. It's been a long time since I've seen a loading icon for anything other than, like, I guess anything with a spinning loading icon. At work, pretty much all I work on nowadays are much newer Macs. Newer being like 2010 and newer, but they all have the loading bar. And I haven't seen one of those in a while. It's kind of a refreshing sight. And this hard drive is noisy too. Maybe we can hear that. Of course, I pick it up and it stops. You know what? We're just going to leave well enough alone and let it do its thing. Maybe I disrupted it and it's not going to do anything now. Battery on this one is not taking a charge. It's got a green indicator, meaning that either it's fully charged or it is not charging at all. And given how long these have been sitting under my desk in a pile of things for me to take home, nah, it's dead. I can hear it doing something every once in a while, but if I had to guess, this is either a bad install of whatever operating system was on it, or the hard drive is bad. I'm going with bad hard drive. I'm really hoping for one that's going to start up here so I can actually use it. I only have 2 left. And I guess if those don't work, I have I have two PowerBook G4s that we can also take a look at. Maybe get one of those up and running. So this one is another G3, older G3. Can't figure out how to move everything. It's a delicate balance to get the white balance of the camera with things kind of in frame. It doesn't always work out. Oh. Yep, it is that time of year for idiots on dirt bikes to ride past. Joy, joy, joy. Yeah, alright, that's kind of in frame and good balance there. So this one, is it me or is the Apple logo really big on this one? Was it smaller on the other one? I don't actually know. I can really hear the hard drive going on this one. Now hopefully I can get this up to the microphone. Maybe that worked. Maybe that was just stupid and a waste of time. I will never know. Yep, still loading away. Lower res screen. I don't think so. I think all of the 12 as well as all the 14-inch iBook G3s and G4s shipped with a 1024 by 768. But let me confirm that because I don't actually know, and now I'm kind of interested to see. It could be that the screen is low. Sorry, jumbled my words there. Running at a lower resolution, meaning maybe whoever had this was running at 800 by 600, and that is something that is saved in PRAM, I believe. Every once in a while at work, I'll get in an iMac, which is, a widescreen iMac, and there'll be black bars on the side when you first start it up, and it's running at a lower resolution. Perhaps maybe it was hooked up to a projector, and that'll happen. So let's see, we got iBook, not the clamshell. Okay, where is it? So an iBook G4 14-inch from 2005. That would have been the last iBook that was released. That would have had, as I scroll through, there we go, 1024 by 768 14-inch screen, and an iBook G3 Snow, the first one that was released, which is a 500 megahertz, all the way back in 2001. Also has a 1024 by 768. So, yeah, that answers that question. I feel like I knew that, but I wasn't quite sure. So we made progress on the iBook. It is finally booted to something here. I don't yet have volume controls. I'd assume the brightness is all the way up. Don't yet have brightness controls either. But the battery seems to be taking a charge. Orange light. Now whether it's actually taking a charge or not it remains to be seen. I would assume that it's not. Well, I don't hear any hard drive activity. I'll give it another minute, but I don't think this one's going to go anywhere either. Probably a hard drive that's taking a billion years to transfer the OS. Yeah, more than likely a bad hard drive. So, for anybody watching now or in the future, I work at an e-waste recycling and refurbishment place, and I am their Mac technician. I'm also the vintage PC dork who likes to take home all this old crap that would normally get recycled. And most of the stuff that comes to us for a reason. Either it's old and broken, or it's new and broken, and basically most things that come through are broken. So it's really no surprise that, you know, all these old laptops have bad hard drives, both due to age and how they were treated on the way here. They always get thrown into containers, and then sometimes if they're at the bottom of a container you can't get into, they get dumped on the floor. So yeah. Alright. Oh. Look at that. It's not plugged in. Sweet. Well, I'm going to let it sit over here and think about life for a bit. And we'll come back to that one if it actually starts to do something. And the last, my last hope at showing you a white, a white iBook comes from this. This is also an older iBook. And that one booted up right away. Wow. It's got a little bit of a noisy drive, but not too bad. It is not charging. And man, I am surprised this thing had any charge at all. It's still going. I mean, it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there at a blue screen, but it actually took a charge. Who would have guessed? It is possible that this is the one that I refurbished before... Oh, no, that's not it. So this one belonged to a school district. I thought all these were wiped, but I suppose it was not. Let's see if I can change that background for a second. I can tell you guys already saw that, but I'll at least change it so it doesn't show up again. Ugh, I really thought I wiped all those. It's company policy to wipe anything that has a visible school name, just so that if it went to somebody other than me, who's clearly, I'm not going to sell this as it is, you know, they wouldn't go and contact the school and say, oh, this is stolen hardware. No, this is literally what we do. Take in stuff from schools and resell it. Ooh, that hard drive sounds crunchy. Oh, and the battery in that one died. Alright. No surprise there. No surprise at all. Come on. Do the thing. And Apple backgrounds, and let's set it to a nice aqua blue. Alrighty. So, there. You know, that's somewhat visible, I guess. Let's go ahead and move some stuff around here. Just get rid of the name on there. So, what we have is a install of Tiger, it seems. We've got PowerPoint, Firefox, Safari, Photoshop. It's probably Photoshop CS2 in design. So this is probably Creative Suite 2. Some old iMovie 06 maybe. And AppleWorks 6, Sherlock. Maybe this isn't Tiger. Maybe this is Panther. You know what? We could just find out right now about this Mac. Yes, this is Panther. Okay. 10.3.9. Can I zoom in? Nope, it's not configured for that. So this is, get back to it there. 10.3.9, so Panther. 600 megahertz G3 and 128 megs of RAM, which is most likely just the built-in 128 megs. Let's confirm that. Yep, built-in 128 megs. So this one is something I could upgrade, and since the hard drive seems to work just fine, it's a little slow, but this is possibly something that I could refurbish pretty easily and make use of once again. This one came with I actually don't remember. I used to have an Ibook G4, so I guess that would be completely different, wouldn't it? Rage M6? I don't really know what that is. I don't know, 16 meg card, not all that great. Hello to Jacob's Tech. Thank you for joining the stream and chatting to us. I don't really recognize your name from any of the comments in my videos, so if it's the first time you've joined one of my streams, well, sorry. I haven't done a stream in years, so a little bit rusty. Taking a look at, you know what, let's change something. Before I go any farther, let's go ahead and enable screen zoom to get us a little bit better of a view on here. How do I do this? Accessibility, and turn on zoom. Okay, I'll do that. Zoom options. And I always turn on zoom with key. Oh, that's right. These don't have multi-touch scrolling. Crap. Well, you know what? Screw it. If I need to show you something, I'll just move it closer to the screen. Like that. Something I should have done before. Hard drive, 20 gig. That may have been an upgrade from, I think these originally shipped with a 10 gig maybe. Again, going to go back and confirm that before I say that. Ibook G3 616 VRAM. Shipped with a 20 gig hard drive. So there was a 600 from late 2001 that shipped with, I suppose, 8 megs of VRAM. Doesn't really say, but I assume that's what it is. And that shipped with either a 15 or a 20, and this one shipped with a 20 because it has 16 megs of VRAM. These hard drives are IDE. I think SCSI was pretty much long gone. Well, not long gone, but once the iMac G3 was released, and then subsequent iMacs all became IDE based until they were SATA based. And it's a CD-ROM, so that's just a combo drive? I don't know. It's been so long since I've messed with any of this stuff. Nothing under SCSI. Got a USB 1, 12 meg per second bus. Firewire. It does have airport, so if I check my wireless networks near me, I won't be able to join any of them. No, it's just the one that is like up one floor. It's not picking up anybody else's around here like most of the computers do. You know, I wonder, I don't want to interrupt my stream. I can enable sharing of the Wi-Fi antenna in my streaming iMac here, the 2010, and I can share that with older devices on the network so that they can connect without having to, what am I trying to say? Older devices won't connect to the newer networks that need WPA2 encryption, and these just don't support it. So I have to set up an unsecured network with no encryption from the iMac in order to use older devices on the Wi-Fi. I mean, it works just fine for what I needed to do, so not really a problem. It's got a modem installed. Alright, let's take a look at some other things here. Learning Technologies, that was the username of this computer. I'm going to turn it just for a second, just in case there's anything not YouTube worthy or totally revealing. No, I'm going to say no. So, have a look through. Ow, hit my knee on the desk. some of the applications on here. So looks like a lot of Adobe stuff. I don't know what that is. Ambrosia Software, is this a game? I don't know. Let's find out. That would be cool if it was a game, but I don't think it is. Hard drive is really grinding away. Oh. Well, this is a nice surprise. Trying to turn up the volume, I don't think it's working. Oh, no, it's just all the way up. Those speakers sound like they've had better days. Okay, that's pretty awful. Let's do one player. I have no idea what this game even is. I didn't even think it was a game. You know what, let's just start. Mariner Valley. It looks like it has some nice artwork. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's one of these types of games. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm just destroying myself over and over again. Is it click to fire? Ah, no, it's option, because why wouldn't it be option? Well, I gotta say, this is pretty hard to play. Playing at an angle, also playing with my hands switched. Usually I play, arrow key games with my left hand. Not the greatest thing. Alright, well that's cool. This looks like it's only a demo. But, yeah, it's cool that there's an actual game on here. I might save that. I've never heard of that game before. Maybe it's something that can't really be found. I don't know. We'll move on from that. Looks like just the usual Office kind of stuff. Auto Magic, that doesn't sound like a game, but I guess it is. Jeez, I've never heard of any of these games, and they are tripping me up. Auto Magic. Let's play it. If you hear like a weird grinding, thumping noise in the background, that would be my NAS. I didn't really think this through, but the NAS is right, it's like here. Right there. See if I can adjust that. All right. Good evening, Cap'n Crunch. I seem to remember seeing your name on a couple of the comments in my videos. Oh, that sound. Yeah, we're going to turn that off for a second. Oh, I know what this game is. I've never played it, but Now I remember what it is. I remember seeing somebody playing it at one point. It's a very weird game. I have no idea how to actually navigate. It reminds me... Well, I guess I'm a robot. I can't go in there, can I? Huh. It reminds me somewhat of Bugnum. Just in the way that I'm walking around. It's hard to explain. Like, you're walking very fast and the character... I don't know. Just the way it moves is very Bugnum. I wonder if this is a Pangea game. Oh, I guarantee you this is a Pangea game, because look at this. It's like something they had in every single game. I just want to take a look here and see who made the game, if it was Pangea or not. I suppose I have a computer here with internet access. I could just Google that. Ah, yes, there it is. 2001 Pangea software. Excellent. It's weird how I could tell that just from the way the character moved. It has this feel about it. Alright, other than that, applications Mac OS 9. Does this have a Mac OS 9 partition on it? That would be kind of cool to boot into. Doesn't look like any games. I won't look through users folder. I don't want to show any user data if there is any. Let's go preferences and then see if maybe there's a Mac OS 9 partition on here. Startup disk. Oh, it does has Classic installed. That must be it. I'll see if I can boot up Classic. Oh. Maybe. It sees it as a bootable folder. I've used Classic in the past. I wasn't sure if you could just drop a Mac OS 9 folder on the desktop and have it work. But maybe. Let's find out. If that doesn't end up working, I'll start back up into this installation and see what Classic Mode has installed, I guess. Checking on my dog down there. He's having a snooze in a bed that is way too small for him, which is pretty adorable. You know what, let's move the main camera here. There he is. Max. You're a good boy. Yeah, good boy. A little bit of an obligatory dog shot there. Ah, crap, I'm never going to get this camera right again, am I? Balls, that was not good. Yes, he is a good pup. He is the best boy ever. There it goes. I wish there was a way to lock the white balance on here. Look at that. Happy Mac means we're booting into Mac OS 9. Cool. Come here, dog. Come here. I see you getting up. Come on. No? Okay. He's just going to go back and pout in his bed. Mac OS 9 2. Nice. I think I've never actually used an iBook, a Snow iBook that has Mac OS 9 on it. Interesting.